Hey there, how are you? Well, I hope your quarantine is going well, because mine has been pretty productive. Uh, Not only have I been trying to clean up the place, I've been trying to pick up and just organize all these things that I have. I have papers everywhere. I mean, I have drawings that are, you know, they're not completely done that I gotta judge whether or not I gotta toss them out or if I want to hang on to them. I have bills, I have invoices I have to go through and I have to categorize them. I have to go and look through these things, make sure that, if I need them or not. Um, there's so much stuff that has to be done, and it's one of the things I have been putting off for the longest, so I decided to get my workspace together so that way I can be organized, so that way I can actually have more room to do all the things I need to do. Um, be it self-taping or say if I need to pull up an easel to paint. Um, so I've been very productive during this time. But that's one of the other things I've noticed. One major thing that I notice when you are isolated or basically just shut in is that how much food you eat, because when you're coming and going, you don't really pay any mind to how much you eat and what you eat. But I notice these things because I have to put out my garbage. I'd say probably every other day. You know, and for one person as myself, my weight being none of your business, height being over 6 foot, I consume I wouldn't say a great deal, but I consume probably less than probably like, some families. But I notice that I have an affinity, and I don't do this very often because, well, it's something that's not really good for me. I noticed that I went through 2 boxes of these and 2 boxes of this. Okay, now mind you, I am not a big cereal eater. I used to be when I was a kid, but not like really sugary stuff. I mean, I did like some things. I was not a Cinnamon Toast Crunch fan, to be honest. I actually, at one point in time, thought I was allergic to that shit. But there were things that I liked. I can't even get. Captain Crunch was one, which I know it fucks up the roof of your mouth, but it is so good. I love Chex. I still love Chex, whether it be like the rice or the corn Chex. But I notice that I go through so much stuff. I mean, I've even noticed how much alcohol I drink. And I'm not a big drinker, but I have a tendency of probably picking up a bottle of wine maybe every other week. Um, if not that, I'll probably pick up a few seltzers or just something to like, something I could just, just sip and just like when I'm watching like, streaming TV or if I'm doing something, I'm just like, I just want to sit down and be entertained. And the thing is that I notice how much I go through alcohol. And it's one of those things where I realize these are empty calories and that maybe I should, slow down. Um, but it's not like I have a full blown like problem. So I have decided that every now and then I'll pick up like say like a bottle of like whatever. I have a bottle of like Maker's Mark, some bold ginger ale, uh, and I make something from that. I will drink that every now and then. But I notice it's one of those things that I've gone through bottles, and I probably spent about close to almost like say like 80, maybe $90 in alcohol since this quarantine began. So that's one other thing that I've noticed. Um, Other things I've noticed is that I noticed that like the hallway, the floor, the tiles, they get dirty, and I've been trying to figure out like the best way to do that is to buy a runner, to make sure that I don't have to constantly mop that one floor, because over the course of a month yes, that stuff, it looks like, say, like there's a high traffic area when it's just only me who has been living here. It's only me. Amazing. But it looks like there's several people who walk through here, and I don't walk through my house with my street shoes on. So I have been going through, I've been trying to just, clean up, house cleaning, and just going, fixing things, like installing stuff. I installed a light in my closet so that way I can actually see what I'm getting. I had to tap the light to, turn on, so I had to install that, and then I finally did that. There's little things I've been doing just to, like, help me home improvement wise, as well as just make things much more efficient for myself. So the key here has just been trying to make my life much more livable, my spaces much more manageable to get around. So that's what I've been concentrating on as well. So that's one of the major things that I decided to take it upon myself to do that. But also to enrich my mind, because there are books that I have yet to actually read. There's one book in particular that I've been meaning to get around to, and I have the time, and that is Guerrilla Marketing. Now, this book has been sitting up on my shelves ever since I found it. I don't know where I found it. I usually have a tendency of, like, if I see someone leaves books somewhere, I'll sift through them and see if it's something that I could use, or something, it could be something, not even general knowledge like an encyclopedia, but it could be something where it's, something I can actually utilize in some area of my life. And then I have my friend, John, his adaptation of Octavia E. Butler's Parable of the Sower. If you don't have this book, please go out and get it. From what I've heard, it's a really good read, and it's very, 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 very relative. Let's just put it this way. You will not believe what's going on in this world is reflected in this book, and basically goes to show you how prescient Octavia E. Butler's works were. But this is one thing, one gem I've been holding on to that I've been meaning to get, myself to sit down and read. And this is John Jennings' book, so you might want to check that out, okay? But I'm not here to play Oprah's book club and, but if that helps you, if that's one thing, yes, honestly, I would like to help other people, encourage people to actually, say, look into certain books. But that's one of the major things I've been meaning to get around to. It's just actually getting around to not only fixing up, improving, enhancing, enriching my life, but also helping to enrich other people's lives as well. So this is one of the reasons why I do these videos, these video, diaries, just to help people, let them know that, yes, these are things that you do, and suggest things to people. So as time goes by, I'll be doing more of that. So, well, as always, please feel free to follow me, subscribe to me. I appreciate it. I'm not going to send you anywhere that you don't want to go. I do have a couple of friends. Yeah, I might suggest that you go check them out. But please, by all means, subscribe. If you subscribe, you start watching me more and more. I'll make more of these videos while I can, because, well, hey, what else am I going to do while I'm here, huh? Seriously. All right, take care.